Hey everyone, welcome to Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Now in this video, I want to share some Scream 6 filming location updates and also some new exclusive images that show a return to a familiar place. We'll also see the crew prepping for some nighttime filming, and finally, I will show you some images that are frankly making me very nervous. Let's go. So my friend Chris over at Discover Montreal has once again given me an update on what's going on. So the last time I spoke with Chris was a little over a week ago, about a week and a half ago now, and he had stated how the filming had moved for Scream 6 away from the location sets, or location spots, I should say, where we had previously seen them starting up at, and had now moved into sound stages. Over at Mel Studios near downtown Montreal, they were building sets in these sound stages. The rumor was they were building a house. One of the houses they were building was a house with a wraparound porch, which totally fits the description of Kirby Reed's house in Woodsboro, 2011. So we could be going back there for flashback scenes or possible nightmare sequences in that house. Very, very possible. But he messaged me over this morning, or actually yesterday, and he mentioned to me that there has been a change and that they are back now filming again on location in the same residential area we saw before, where they had all of the multi-family dwellings, with the apartment buildings there. That street, that whole section, they are back. So they're back out of the studio or the sound stages. They're back to practical locations again. And he had a couple of images to share with me of the new setup as they're back. So I have some images here to show you first. I'm going to show you what he sent me. Then we're going to get into some other images after that are not actual location shots taken by Chris or his friends, but from another source. We'll get to that. But first, these are what Chris actually sent me over. And here we see this street. Again, we see the Blackmore signs there, the no parking signs set up on both sides of the street lined up. And if we look at this a little bit closer though, we see here this is a close-up of that image on the right-hand side of the street. And you notice we've got this large spotlight here. And behind that, you see like 3 crew members and one there on the left that are setting up, or it looks like they're pulling out some piping next to this crane, which we've seen these cranes be lifted here, these lifts be on set a lot when they first started, and they're back again. So this tells us that we see them basically getting set up for the nighttime filming at night. This is being done obviously here during the day. These were taken yesterday morning, and so these were being worked on before noon. These are morning shots. So they were getting ready. There's the light covered up, and they'll be using that, I'm sure, that night for lighting as they do some nighttime filming. So that's a cool shot. And then we got another image he sent me, which is over here. We see another one of those cranes, but this one, and you see the truck there on the left, but this crane is actually being used, unlike the one above where it's still on the ground. This one's being used, and they're setting up that piping, and it looks very much like the piping we just saw those crew members working with at their location. Well, this is a little bit further down the street, and we already see these pipes are set up here. And what those pipes are for, I'm almost positive these pipes are for where they put the black tarp up and for privacy. And we saw some shots earlier from last month, when they were filming, where we had the tarp put up, you couldn't see there, and that's what these are for. I'm almost positive. It's the only thing that really makes sense so that this is setting up like the skeleton, if you will, the bones that will hold that tarp in place once they begin to film on location. So that's what we're seeing here. We're seeing these piping that was already set up and getting ready for that night's shooting. So I want to say thank you, Chris, for those exclusive images. Appreciate that. And he is going to continue to keep me posted. He said they'll be filming all weekend. So he is going to be going out again, I believe, on Saturday to take more pictures, keep his eyes peeled. And so he'll keep me posted. And as I get news from him or pictures, I will be sure and give you guys an update. Now, the next images I'm going to show are a combination of from Chris. There's a couple from Chris, and I'll point those out. And the rest of these pictures were first posted by Tristan over at Brittany Vinyl, who I had on my channel earlier this week on a live stream. So if you guys have not checked that out, you should definitely go watch it. We talked a lot about the rumors and everything that's been going on with the locations and Nev and everything else. So if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out for sure. We talked about some predictions and some rumors and news for Scream 6. So Tristan over at Brittany Vinyl on Twitter posted these pictures here that I'm going to show you now. And I have a lot to say about these images. But first, let's take a look at them. So the first image we see is this shot here, which is the image of a theater lobby. So this is the theater there in Montreal. And Chris knows exactly which theater this is. He actually sent me a picture of it from the front. But I'm not revealing the name of the theater here because I want to be responsible and I don't want to say where it's at and then have a lot of people going around harassing the crew as they're trying to make this movie. So out of respect for the filmmakers and the cast and crew, I'm not going to say where this is, but I do know where it is. Chris knows where it is. And here's the one shot of the lobby. And then here's another shot that's more of a close-up of the bar area there and how it's currently set up, which they could, totally, add things to it and make it look a lot different for filming, for sure, if they wanted to. And I suspect that they probably will. And then inside here now, we're going to go into this theater. So here's the first image. And these are all images from Tristan at Brittany Vinyl. And we see these theater seats. And I'm like, okay, all right. We got a theater here for sure. Kind of that classic, I hate to say old school, but it's kind of old school, classic theater look. Very, the way with the colors and, the lamps, all these things, very, very kind of classic old school look. And then here's another shot to see it better. This is a shot from the stage looking out to the crowd. There's the theater and what it looks like to be on the stage area. So you can see it's not a super large, theater, but it's substantial. I mean, it can hold a lot of people for sure, but it definitely has this grand look on the inside to it, which I think is cool. It's definitely older. You can tell it's an older theater, older architecture, older look. But yeah, I mean, there it is. So there's the balcony. There's the main floor. Now, next up, I have these two images I want to show you that were provided to me from Chris, Discover Montreal. This is, again, are inside the theater, just different shots. Here's a balcony shot looking down, where you can see with the stage lighting on. And of course, we have this big chandelier in the middle of the theater, which again, very old school kind of, of a look. And the way the ceiling tiles look also kind of just has some charm to it, right? Definitely some charm and some old school feeling in there. And I've said that word enough. Now, here's another shot from the balcony, and you can see looking up there closer to what that area looks like. So thanks, Chris, for these additional shots of the theater here that look great. Now I got to say that Chris mentioned to me that this is not a movie theater. This is actually a concert venue. This is a performing theater where you could have, bands could come in, You could do plays, you could do that kind of stuff. So it's not a movie theater. However, it's definitely possible to make it into a theater. Simply add a screen on the stage, voila. The lighting will be all dark. It's absolutely, it would be super simple to make this into the appearance of a movie theater if they're going to do that in Scream 6. So, technically they could be going to a concert. You could have Chad and Mindy and Sam and Tara, what have you, going to a concert and not going to see a movie. However, this final image I'm going to show you now, I believe pretty much seals it up to what this is going to be. That this is exactly indeed going to be a movie theater setting. And here's the reason why. Here is this final image. What do we see hanging on the wall? Yes, Stab movie posters. We've got Stab 5 on the left here, on the front rather, and then we see Stab 4. We see Stab 3 by the ladder, and then the one next to it. Again, you see another poster there. It's blocked off. I'm assuming it's Stab 2 and so on. So they've got these 5 movie posters up so far. And you can also see down here by this trash can, you've got those movie ropes, those old, old school again, old fashioned style ropes where they put the poles up with the ropes not to cross over. So this is absolutely going to be, if these pictures are all correct, and this is not just a misleading situation here. If these pictures are legit for the theater, then we absolutely have Scream 6 going back to a movie theater and watching a Stab movie. And guys, here is where the problem is for me. This is just my opinion, just my personal view. But that's what I do. It's my channel. It's what I share. So here it is. I'm concerned a great deal about this now because the one thing I've been saying, and you guys can go back and watch the streams, the videos, it's all out there on my channel. I have been saying for a very long time is that I do not want to see James and Guy write Scream 6 as basically Scream 2 with just a little bit of retooling. I don't want to see that. We've got Scream 2. We've got an opening kill done masterfully in a movie theater. Wes Craven, Kevin Williamson already has done this. And anytime I want to watch it, I can put my Blu-ray in and I can fire it up and enjoy that sequence. And what I'm concerned about, and I'm a little bit nervous about now, is that we're going to have a replicated Scream 2 opening kill in a movie theater. And guys, I'm telling you right now, that is going to be such a letdown if that's what happens. Because this was the movie. Scream 6 was the movie, or is the movie, that I've been saying is the one where we need to see Guy and James in radio silence. We need to see them step out of Wes Craven's shadow. Scream 5 was a love letter to Wes. I get it, and it was good. They did a good job, I think, in that area, honoring Wes's memory and his legacy. They did it. All right, now that's been done now. So now it's time to be a radio silence Scream film, their movie. And if indeed, and this is now, we don't know this for sure, all right, I'm going to say that up front, but if indeed it turns out that we are going back to a movie theater again for a murder scene, just like Scream 2, guys, that is not the way you make your mark. That's not how you step out of the shadows of a legend and make your own movie and make your own Scream film. And I just hope that Guy and James have not written this to be a murder scene. What would be a really great thing is that they all go see a Stab movie and nobody dies. Like nobody's killed. That's awesome. That's a way to pay homage to the second film, but to also not be like the second film, not copy it, not be literally the same thing, just reinvented. like a little differently. So that's something I would be rooting for. At this point, it's a theater. If these are true, then it's going to be a theater. It's just going to be, what are they going to do? Are they going to have an opening kill in a theater? Oh, I hope not. Are they going to have a scene somewhere in the movie where they all go to the movies? Great. No problem at all. I'll be like, yay, good job. Radio Silence, you guys did it right. Guy and James, you did good. You took us back to that memory of Scream 2, like we remember it, but we're not reliving it again, but to a lesser degree, because you can't top the original. It's been done. So let's be original, be new, and take homage or pay homage to Scream 2. I'm great with that, but let's not remake Scream 2. So that's my biggest concern, guys, with these pictures. And I just wanted to share them with you if you've not yet seen these. And I wanted to break those earlier pictures at the beginning, the exclusive shots that no one has not shared. I've not shared with anybody. So I want to get all this out to you in one video. And I want to hear what you guys think. Are these images of the theater, are they making you nervous like they are me a little bit, that we are going to get another Scream 2 type of a kill scene? And is that something that you want to see? I mean, maybe you want to see that again. Maybe you think that's cool. Or maybe you don't, like I do. I don't want to see it. But I'm interested to hear what you think. And how do you feel about it? Is it too on the nose in relation to that iconic opening scene of Scream 2 by the legend himself, Wes Craven, if they go back and try to do that? So tell me what you guys think. Start leaving your comments below right now, and let's talk about your theories and your ideas and your thoughts. I love reading all of your comments and hearing your points. They're always so fun, so creative. So let me know what's on your mind, and let's talk about it. Well, guys, that's going to be it for this update, but I'll be back soon with more Scream and other horror movie content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, this is Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Thanks for watching.